I want to help you guys understand where people are coming from when they save for retirement. Some people save for retirement and their goal is to never touch the main nest egg, right? They don't want to touch what's called the principal, right? So if you have $1 million, you don't want to start living on $1 million. You don't want to say, well, $1 million, if I divide out $1 million over 20 years, I get X amount, I get whatever, $5,000 a month. But $5,000 a month, and then in 20 years, I'll be out of money and maybe I'll be dead by then. That's not how that works, right? What most people want to do is figure out how to not touch the million. Okay. So if they've got $1 million and I can get 10% interest on my $1 million, it's $100,000. I get $100,000 a year and I don't touch the principal. Those guys are going to eventually be you guys. You get enough time under your belt and enough deals. I can't count the number of conversations I have with people. I just had this conversation with a friend of mine over the weekend. He's like, well, I own 57 houses. He's owned them for 12 years and he's never refinanced. He bought them on 20-year amortization. He's like, my 57 houses in 8 years. This guy's he's 39 years old. In 8 years, they're all free and clear. He's like, at that point, I'm out. I'm done. Because he's like, he lives super cheap, guys. This guy would pinch a penny in a second. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just not how I do things. I'm more of an abundance thinker versus, okay, let me hold on to every little penny. And he has 57 houses that are going to be free and clear in 8 years. Nobody wants to retire for 20 years and come back. So the goal is protect the principal, protect that nest egg, and live off the interest. So if you can get 10%, can you get 10% interest on private money right now? Can you get 10% interest on private money? Heck yeah, you can. So if somebody's got $1 million in cash and they loan out the $1 million through 10 deals at $100,000 a piece, at the end of the year, they made $100,000 and they haven't touched the $1 million. Okay. There's more of those people out there than you realize. There's more of those people out there than you realize. Let me give you an example of why that's true. 34% of all homes in the United States are owned free and clear. Let me put it into perspective. Get in your car, drive down the street. Every third house you pass is free and clear. If you drive for 5 miles through your town, how many third houses do you pass? Hundreds. So there's a lot of those people out there that will lend money at 10%, 12%. So just remember that a lot of those people live inside of your cash buyers list. They just are waiting for the right contact. And if you've done a good job of building a relationship with your buyers list, they're waiting for your call. Now, what I do, guys, I'm like, I give a lot. I give to my cash buyers list. I give resources. If I have a good, like one email we did last week was to a really good house cleaner. I had a tenant in one of my houses that was really dirty, and we needed a professional cleaner to come in and clean after they moved out so we get the next tenant ready. I hired this cleaning service. This guy used to work for me. He was an acquisitions guy, and he went out on his own and started a cleaning company, and he wholesales a little bit too. Anyway, he came in and crushed it, man. He did. I mean, the place looked like freaking brand new. So I'm like, dude, I'm going to send out your contact to everybody. So I did. I sent him a whole bunch of leads. Now that's helping two people. That's helping him, but it's also helping the cash buyers because maybe they're looking for a good cleaning resource. I send out cleaning resources. I send out banking resources. I send out private money resources. I send out contractor resources. I give to my email list. I give to my cash buyers list because then when I go to ask, I get. If I ask my list for, do you have any leads for houses? They stop what they're doing and they give me referrals for free. So if you're doing this same stuff, you get a good contractor and you don't need him, hand him off. You get a good banker that's helped you finance a lot of projects, hand him off. You get a good, I don't care if it's concrete, yard, landscaping, gutter cleaner, I don't care. You got a good service, hand it off to your cash buyers list, they remember. And then when you need them, they're there for you. If I do all that stuff, and then if I reach out to my cash buyers list for private money and somebody's going to retire and they're looking to place cash, they'll respond. So make sure that if you need private money, make sure you're reaching out to your cash buyers list, but don't be only taking. Don't be just take. Give. When you've got a good resource, share it with people. Let me help you understand something. Some of you guys, man, I would never do that. Matt's wrong about this one because I have this good contractor and I don't need him all the time, but I'm not going to tell everybody about him because then what'll happen is when I do need him, he won't be available. That's false. You'll get more resources by giving. You'll get more contractors will come out of the woodwork knocking at your door when you ask.